Welcome to Rugby Rumblings. This is the next episode of Rugby Rumblings. Now, last week, Clive Woodward, very astute English coach, World Cup winner as well, said in 2019 there's only 3 teams that can win the World Cup. That's England, Ireland, and New Zealand. We'll dissect this now and see if he's right. Now, first of all, I want to say Clive Woodward is an astute coach. He knows what it takes to win the World Cup. He isn't a man who likes his opinions as well, and has often been wrong as well. But that he's a rugby brain and he thinks differently, and I think we should entertain all rugby brains. Anything we can learn about this game for the betterment is a great. Having said that, though, you can understand also why he said the most obvious thing. I mean, if you look at it now, who do you think would win the World Cup anyway? New Zealand are the obvious bets. England are their main challengers at the moment. Australia, South Africa, Argentina, the other Southern Hemisphere nations are in the bit in the doldrums, all of them. They're not at their best at the moment. And 2019 is it's less than 2 years away now. It's a year and a half away till the World Cup tournament. Ireland have shown they can beat the All Blacks. They need to do it on a regular basis. The Boks have been woeful when they played Ireland, but I think Ireland are a solid team at home. Whether they're that good away from home and in Japan, we'll have to wait and see. They're not a team that travels so well as well, but Joe Schmidt has done wonders with that team as well. And with guys like CJ Sander, they've really got a good loose trio. They've got good, powerful forwards, and they've got some good backs as well. They're really a good team. Saying that, I don't know if I quite agree with Clive Woodward. I think that's the most obvious. And if you're going to be a bookmaker, that's what you're going to say. England, Ireland, New Zealand are the guys. But I really feel that if we get our act together in the next year and a half, we have the players, if we select right, and we've got a decent game plan, and we've got a purpose and a direction, and squad camaraderie, it's going to help a lot. At saying that, I don't think we've had those elements all at the same time in the last 2 years. I think the results have shown that. I think there's been certain things that have been really lacking in the team as well. And we need to know that if you want all that, you need a bit of luck at the World Cup. Ask Jake White. He never played the All Blacks, never played Australia. So you need a bit of luck at the World Cup. So you need somebody else to knock somebody else out. And you need to have your preparation right. And you need to know how to win those close games. The Boks did pretty well at 2015. They could have gone all the way. They came within a whisker of beating the All Blacks. I know everyone likes to talk about Japan, but in the end, they ended up third by losing by 2 points to the All Blacks as well. And I think if they won that, they would have beaten Australia in the final as well. That's just my sense of being there, following the team through that tournament as well, being through the highs and the lows of Brighton. You get that sense with the team as well. 2007, the guys were very lucky. 95, I was a spectator. I wasn't a journalist back then. But it was obviously a wonderful roller coaster ride for the country. Still, but back to it. Let's look at the other contenders. Argentina are having a problem as well, same as us, picking locally based players, not picking the European based players, and really struggling with continuity and struggling to get the best out of their team. They really haven't played well at all in the last 18 months, and it's really showed, and it's been a bit of a blight. And that's maybe made the All Blacks look a lot better, and England look a lot better, that there is a lack of competition. Australia as well, we all know their Super Rugby woes, their problems with Michael Cheika and his outbursts at times, and all the distractions they always have. But I also feel Australia, if they get the right selection there, and they get the players playing right, are always going to be a threat. They're a good team, they've got limited resources, if they don't pick up injuries, and they're well coached, they can also get to the final. We saw that in 2015, I don't think they were the greatest team in 2015, but they made it to the final. And you've got to give them credit for that. They're a good, nuggety, gritty team that gets through the hard yard. But back to what I really want to talk about is South Africa. We've got an opportunity to get things right. This test series coming up against England is of vital importance. It's going to measure us against them. Everyone's talking about England as the second best team in the world. I feel on home soil we should be able to beat them in a test series if we select right and we've got the right game plan. It's going to be tough. They're going to be coming here looking for wins. Eddie Jones knows the country, knows the players, is an astute coach. We've got to be just as astute. And to me, half the time, and following the team so closely, you get to the point that we often shoot ourselves in the foot. So we need to get our side right. If we get our side right, we get beaten, then fair enough, we're not good enough. But I feel always if we get the right selections, right game plan, right personnel, we're going to stand a chance against any team in the world. And I think most people feel that way as well. And we don't always do that for various reasons. In essence, Clive Woodward's right at this moment. I can't disagree with him. Make some valid points. But I think let us get our stuff right. Australia will be a factor. South Africa will also be a factor. Anyway, that's it for me. That's my thoughts on the matter. That's my rugby rumblings. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you agree or disagree. Leave a comment below. And please select that subscribe button. Press it and you'll see there'll be a lot more videos like this coming through. Press the clock button in the corner and you'll get the notifications as well. But subscribe to this channel, and there's a lot of big things coming up this year. Come along with the journey with me. Cheers.